Thank you, John. I want to thank everyone for being here. It was a great victory Saturday. Real proud to congratulate this team on that win. But a victory doesn't dismiss the responsibility of evaluating your performance, and certainly we've done that yesterday as we looked at the film collectively as a team, and individually by position. Now we need to build on it and get ready for Western Michigan, who won a big game last week against Central Michigan. Brings back a little bit of the memories. When I coached at Central, that game was down to the wire, and I knew that it was going to come down to the last few minutes. And special teams played a big role in Western pulling that out. They were able to jar the ball loose and kickoff return, and that allowed Western to take possession and score their final touchdown. But they scored 2 touchdowns in the final 3 minutes. So we know how important special teams plays in the outcome of these games. But we're going to have a great week of prep and focus, concentration, and certainly real proud to have these 2 young men. Tell you a little bit about each of them. I'll start on my far left. Stephen Means, has been a starting defensive lineman for us from Buffalo, New York here. He ties for 6th in school history with 15.5 career sacks. Currently ranks 3rd in our team in tackles as a D lineman, 51. He's already set a new season high record for tackles, and certainly very proud of the work he's put in, his energy and passion for our team and his teammates. And both of them are getting a lot of attention and have bright futures, and certainly excited about that and the special teams role that Steven's taken and the responsibility that he has. He had a couple of key blocks the week before against Toledo. Willie's a linebacker from Richmond, Virginia. He's played 3 different positions last week. Says a lot about his ability to understand the game and be able to do that at a high level is very, very important. He's a committed young man in special teams also. Leads our team in quarterback hurries with 4. Also has high on the season of 34 tackles. 19 more than his first 3 seasons combined, which, it's always interesting because sometimes it takes a little bit of time for guys to really kind of put it all together, and couldn't be more proud. And Willie's battled some injuries, some tough experience, but to see him here today and inviting him here to represent our team, says a lot about the work that he's put in, and very excited about him. So with that, we'll open up for any questions that you have for myself and Stephen and Willie.
Well, Willie, can you just talk, about the importance of being like the good soldier, so to speak, of, going in, putting your time in, waiting to see your break, because it doesn't always work out.
Oh yeah,
the way you might hope it would, and just the experience about going through that.
Oh well, it wasn't too much of an experience, my role wasn't as exactly, as other people may see as being a big role, but as long as I can help the team, that was good with me. Special teams was a big factor, and it's a big factor in wins, as you can see over the weeks, So just me and being able to be there and just play for my team is just really all that matters to me. So whatever I can do is fine.
Willie, the special teams had ups and downs through the course of the season, but to be able to look back on Saturday and say that maybe the biggest plays of the game were special teams related as a unit, how proud were you guys, how happy were you guys that you could finally sort of stand up and say, we played a big role in helping us win the game?
Yeah, very, very proud. I mean, that's what we harp. We harp every week, every day in practice, every day in meeting special teams. And the fact that to see it all come together, it looks so good, and, get a W out of it. And that's all we can ask for, and we're going to keep it going. And that's what we're going to do each day. So.
One of the things I was talking with Stephen about this when we were walking in, over the last few home games, I mean, Kent State, you give up 23 points. Pittsburgh, you give up 20 points. Toledo's 25, and there's a defensive touchdown in there. And 24 to Miami. In today's college game, that's almost like shutout compared to what it used to be. Can you just talk about why maybe it is that at home in particular that you guys have put it together as well as you have?
Maybe the fans, who knows, but we try to go out there every week, whether it's home or away, and we try to perform to the best of our ability. And, maybe it's the weather in Buffalo that factors into it a lot, and we practice through it every day. But, it's just a tremendous role that our coaches play in getting game plans ready. And I feel like, when we didn't perform to the best of our ability, it was on us. It wasn't It wasn't on anybody else but the players that was out there playing. We gave up those big points, and we are capable of shutting teams out and stopping teams from scoring multiple times.
I know you mentioned too before the season started, Stephen, that Lou's mentality and defense is more the swarm pursuit. How enjoyable has it been to play that way, and what kind of adjustment did that involve?
It involved a huge adjustment, from just rushing the passer, and then, if a deep pass is thrown, I was used to, kind of like jogging to the ball or just turning it and watching it and hoping that it didn't get completed. But then his emphasis on it was like, okay, rush the passer. Now I'm 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and now I got to stop and dig in the turf and run all the way as fast as I can to the ball. But it kind of helped me because I have a lot of pursuit tackles, tackles down the field, as Willie do and a whole bunch of people on this team. And we're grading out higher and higher every week.
Can you touch on that too?
Yeah, just one thing Coach Jeff is for sure is about pursuit. And that makes the whole defense better, because, it's not for sure that guy who you're looking at going down the field right behind the guy carrying the ball is going to make that tackle. So by you pursuing, it's for showing that. It's for showing that everybody's corralling to the ball. He wants all 11 hats around the ball. And that helps get good plays, like if a guy forces a fumble, like Lee Skinner did in the game last week, and I was able to, recover the fumble. That was a pursuit play. And Coach likes that a lot, and that helps us get the ball back for our offense. So.
Stephen, is it hard to believe it's your last home game at UB, and how fast has it gone? What kind of ride has it been?
For it to be the last game, it's kind of surreal. I remember my first day here on campus. I remember my official visit. I remember even just considering UB as an option, and to see that it's like I'm down to my last 3 games is a crazy feeling. But it's been a long ride, and I enjoyed the whole ride. And I'm just grateful to have had this opportunity to be here, play under Coach and all of his coaches, and play with this team that I call my family.
Can you touch on that too? Is it a different feeling this week?
Yeah, it's it's gonna be a little bit more emotional for for of course the last year seniors, but just the fact, like Steven said, just the ride we had along, this way, and just the friends and the stuff that the coaching staff has taught us, just growing up and becoming good quality people and good quality men, so that's what I'm glad that I'm getting to take away from this whole experience alongside of, with the football and the great friends I made. I'm glad that I got a chance to grow up and become a man like I'm pretty sure a lot of other guys in this program would do as well. So.
Steve, you're coming off of a career high tackles. You've been playing at a pretty high level, particularly the last stretch of games. What maybe has changed for you? What's come easier? Why are you playing at an even higher level maybe the last couple months or so?
I feel as though I'm not hesitating anymore. I've embraced my role, and I'm doing everything that I can. I'm scratching and clawing. You could put me in a 3 technique, 4 technique, a 0, and I'm gonna just try to penetrate the line of scrimmage as fiercely as I can and aggressive as I can. And I feel like that's really pretty much all that I'm doing, as far as a difference in the way I'm playing. And I'm just doing everything I can. I'm showing all of my God-given abilities to try to win. And that's really all I want, is to win, to continue to win. So I'm going to continue to scratch and claw and play my hardest, if that's what it takes.
How much different did Sunday feel this week?
Well, you can only imagine. We certainly are, very blessed to have, that victory Saturday. But also, as I told them yesterday, we get that 24-hour rule, and we need to move on. We got to get ready for Western Michigan. This is a very good football team. That's the challenge this week. It's a team game, and certainly I know that these 2 young men understand that even though they're playing a final game at home, in front of their family and fans and friends, and then we play 2 more after that, that we fully anticipate both these young men and all the players that play here at UB to continue helping us build and develop this program into a championship program. And that culture is so important, and these 2 young men can be more proud. But to see their smiles on the faces and a lot of laughter after that game Saturday, is just a tremendous experience. But it's something that we cannot just do once a week or once a year or once every year. That's not what this is about. This is about building on it and getting ready to game plan against Western. Have a great day today and focus and concentrate and understand the game plan. Get in film study, recover, and get after each other again. And that's the energy that these two bring. There's a lot of energy in that locker room, and they saw it again yesterday. So that's what I expect out of our football team, and as I've asked them every week, is be responsible teammates and come back out ready to go again and understand how we build on it. So it'll be everything we got, because we know Western Michigan's a quality football club. Yeah, well, Alex is getting better, and that's key from my perspective, and we need to see that day to day. We're certainly excited about what Joe did Saturday, and he's going to learn and grow from that experience and have that opportunity again as things move along with Zordich. We know about Alex Zordich, and he's been a tremendous leader and inspiring guy in terms of that locker room and this team, and his ability to go back out there today and see how he feels. That's what we're going to do. We're going to continue keeping this thing a day-to-day right now. I think that's fair to both the young men and this team. But no matter who's behind that offensive line, no matter who's handing the ball off to Bo, Bo having a 199-yard day, and the offensive line did a great job blocking a very good football team. The way our defense played against pass coverage, critical point in that game, and I felt this way, is that they've had our backs. They're the third-ranked defense in the conference right now. And it's a lot because of these two guys that bought in to the things about pursuing and tackling. And that's what I wanted when I did hire Lou. I wanted somebody that really understood the importance of that and had an emphasis in it. But it's important that they came up big in the third quarter, and I think that was what they, really was the challenge. Steve, we had a very, very quiet, halftime speech. There was nothing there. It was just nothing but looking in each other's eyes. And let's go out there and finish this game. And that's one thing that I feel coming out of there. And I feel the same thing with Joe and Alex. Those guys helped us contribute to that win. And both of them are going to have to be ready to play for us. Courtney, another one, is a day-to-day. But you see, it's always been in my belief, in my mindset, to have the next guy ready to go. And here we have another guy named Marcus Baker who steps in and steps up and performs for us. Carlos Lamons. Carlos had 91 plays in that game Saturday. We have a tradition here. It's called the Workhorse Club. Those players that play on offense and defense and also special teams who played the most snaps in a game. And he was one of them, along with Khalil and Lee Skinner. There's another guy who stepped up for us and performed quite well. And then Derek Brim. I mean, what can you say? Derek is in his third start, is just done a fantastic job for us. But that's the thing. Guys go down. That's a good thing to have, is when you have guys ready to step up. And they know it's competitive. So, the faster those guys heal up and get back in there, the quicker they'll have a chance to get back and evaluate, what they're capable of doing and to get back in there. We need them all. This is not about, wait, this guy's down, this guy's going to play, and this guy. We need them all. And that's what's important. I want Courtney to get back along with Whitney Sherry. Those two guys have, missed last week, along with Zordich. So hopefully we'll get those guys back so we can be at full, with a full roster, and everyone who's played for us can go out there and contribute.
Steve, we've talked about it a bunch over the course of your time here, but there's a time when your safeties this year are two guys from Buffalo. At this time of year, high school football is on the mind of a lot of people. Can you talk about maybe the evolution of what local players have meant to the program?
Local players to this program, it means a lot, because it brings more fans from Buffalo to the games. But as long as we winning, we gonna get fans in the games. As long as this man is still, doing a great job like he's doing, coaching and providing all of the great game plans that he has and his coaches have, we're gonna win and we're gonna continue to bring fans in. But I mean, just to know that, people can come from Buffalo and play football at a high Division I level is a great, it's a great thing. It's a great asset.
Does it feel like the talent around here, you've been in the MAC for a while, Coach, does it feel like the talent around here is escalating?
Yeah.
off the well and
Yeah.
a pretty decent player too.
Absolutely. There's good players, in this area. It's always had good players. It's a matter of digging in and making sure that they fit what you're looking for. But there's great players in Richmond, Virginia. And, there's great players all over. And I could certainly tell you that no matter where they are located and where they're playing, we're going to go out and search and find them. And that's an exciting thing. But Stephen's right. When I first took the position here, that was what I said in my press conference. Where are you going to start recruiting? Well, right in our backyard. We're going to start right here in Western New York. And Buffalo is in the area is produced some great players from that standpoint, and that's exciting about Stephen, because now I think kids can realize that, hey, no matter if you play in Western New York, or in the city, that you're going to have an opportunity to come to the University of Buffalo, because Coach Quinn and his staff is going to look at those kids first. And Steve's been a great representative for this program, and we're going to keep building on that as he continues his long career. Even beyond UB.
Western Michigan a little more balanced than Miami in terms of they'll try to run it a little bit more and balance things out. Good point, because I think they do a lot with their personnel. They have over 10 different personnel groupings that they're going to put out on the field. And you'll even see a little swinging gate. Coach Cubitt's an outstanding football coach, and they play hard. That's one thing. But yeah, they're very multiple, but very balanced. From that standpoint. But they're a little bit more on the ground. With their running game. If you look at the balance of their offensive, they're going to throw the ball a little bit more. They've got some outstanding receivers, good offensive line, and they could certainly do some damage if you're not careful. But, I feel good about the game plan we had last week. We feel good about where we're heading with our game plan this week. But I think it's still going to come back down, and these kids know this. It's special teams. It really is. I mean, our defense is going to rise to the occasion. Offensively, we know that they're very active on defense. They're an active front seven. But, we feel very good. They're similar to us, defensively in terms of some of the looks that they give. So that'll give us a little bit of a chance to have some comfort and confidence that we've seen some of the things that we're going to see on Saturday. But it's, wipe all that clean. It's going to be a game that, we've got to do a great job in field position. Last week was probably one of the closer. We didn't win the field position aspect, but we were a lot closer than we've been. And special teams played a big role, and that's what we have to do. And we got to take the ball away. They've given the ball up. Now they're -8. They've given the ball up a little bit more than us, but they've taken it away a few more times. So they're -8. We're -12. Those are certainly going to be factors in this game and the outcome of it. So we got to get ourselves to protect the ball. We didn't do that Saturday. And that really hurts you. In field position. I thought the penalties were pretty much even last week, but, they're going to come in ready to go. They're probably going to have their starting quarterback back, Kid Carter. So, it's going to be another big test for us. They were in a bowl game last year. It's a great crossover game, so we can measure up on that side of the division. And that's what I'm challenging these kids to do, is go back to the things that they know they're capable of doing. And we'll have them in the right place. Just go make those plays.
In this case now? And is that what's challenging that?
They're both very good. Obviously, Alex was the starter for them, Carter. And then this young man, Tyler, it's TVT. He's very capable. And so, he's got a nice surrounding cast of players, nice receivers, so. Look, we all know there's a fine line in this league and at this level. Just look at last week with Notre Dame and Pitt and 3 overtimes and how close that went. And, you can look at a lot of different things, but we know that this is a very good football team that's coming into town, but we're going to be ready. And that's what I asked these kids to do, and they've been very responsible and mature and respectful, and they're committed to each other. And that's what I said. If this team becomes closer, it's going to become better. And that's what we have to do. We have to stick to who we are and what we're about and go out there and compete and do the things fundamentally that are sound and executed the right way. That's what these players know now. We're going to line them up in the right position, and they got to go execute, and make the plays. And they're fully capable of doing that. So it's going to be exciting to see how these two teams match up. Last home game of the season, we're just asking for everyone to be out there and, enjoy this football team in its last contest at home. Certainly in the previous weeks it wasn't quite the way we wanted it to go in the ending, but we know this team's been competing their fanny off, their tail ends off all year long, and that's one of the things that I'm most proud of. And now we get a chance to demonstrate that in our last final contest at home. And hopefully, guys will be ready to go, and I fully anticipate that to take place.
Everybody can't be a star or the guy. Can you talk a little bit about like what Jerry Davis has meant? The fact that he's kind of hung in there with the program through this time. He's coming up on senior day here, and it can't be the easiest thing for somebody. Obviously,
No.
he wants to play, but to still be part, be active in that game,
Right. Well, there's another piece to this obligation, and that's academics. And I think when you look at this, Jerry recognizes his role and responsibility to this team and what he's meant to this team and what he's meant to me personally. He's been nothing but supportive. He's helped us out in a lot of other areas, maybe not so much in the playing on the field this season, but off the field, in meetings, in the locker room, on the sidelines, has been important. And, but he also knows that it's important that he gets his degree. Let's face it, most of these kids are not going to play football at the next level. So no matter what, you've got to earn that degree, and he's on track, and he's on course to do that. And and I called him in the office the other day. Matter of fact, it's interesting you brought it up because I wanted him to hear it from me personally. That I appreciate what he's done for this football team and this program, and we need to continue having him to be that representative that respects and understands and accepts his role, and he fulfills his obligations from that manner. Look, he doesn't like it, and I didn't fully anticipate him to like it. I wouldn't either, but also it's important. There's 105 guys in that room, in that locker room, and on that team, and it does take a lot of maturity and respect, and so he trusts me, and he trusts our program, and and he picked UB because of the right reasons, and now he's got a chance to contribute in maybe other ways that a lot of people don't recognize, but I do, and that's why I had him in my office, and I thanked him for that, and we're going to continue leaning on him from that leadership standpoint.
Oh no, I just was. I'm pretty sure I was agreeing with everything Coach said. I'm saying Jerry Davis is a great teammate. He's always down the sideline with positive energy. He's always in the huddle with positive energy. So, great guy, great teammate. We came in together, of course, so he's just a great dude. And, he's not playing as much as he would like to, but he's helping in other ways, as Coach said. So, he's still a great asset to the team. We love him regardless, and, he's going to continue to be our brother and our teammate on the UB football team.
How nice would it be if you guys could get him some playing time on Saturday?
Wow, nothing for that.
It's up to you. Shut out the office. Maybe get on the field.
Sorry, I'm not sure about that, but
Can you
What
touch
about
upon
you?
it?
Maybe they get a little playing time.
We gonna play as hard as we can on defense. That's all that we can control. Coaches make the ultimate decision about everything and everybody that play. We really don't have nothing to do with that. I'm just gonna go out there and play as hard as I can when I get my chance to play.
yes, sir.
Can you touch to Stephen about his circumstances and his willingness to accept his role and
we respect Jerry Davis for the role that he has embraced. He's embraced it in a tremendous fashion, and he's done everything that he has been asked to do. Well, what more can you ask for in a teammate? We love him, like Willie said, and he's going to continue to be our teammate. That's really all I got to say.
Do you think you can appreciate how difficult that as players to be,
Definitely.
kind of on the periphery?
Yeah, I definitely appreciate it. I really don't know firsthand where he how he feels, but I know that it has to be hard. But the coaches, they're making the best decision for this football team. So we appreciate that as well.